Hey guys, welcome back. After an unavoidable delay in doing these videos, I'd like to get back to I guess this would be part three of recent back issue hauls for the last few months. Uh, it's a little bit different. Usually put my ugly mug in here, but I'm not feeling real good today. So not that it looks good when I do feel good, but I'm just going to show the comics today. But anyway, as most of you know, I'm a big fan of the giant size books and the square bounds and the 100 pagers and all the little funky, I guess, ways that they made comics. But I'm a big fan of Marvel's giant size books, and over the last few months, I probably bought maybe 2 or 3 lots. Some of these were dupes, and I just kind of upgraded. Others were some I had missing. But we'll just get right into it here. First one we have is Giant Size Defenders number 3. Great story. Of course, you can see it's co-starring Daredevil, and got some great art in it. And the cool thing about these giant size, as most of you know, you got some cool reprints in the back. I think in the back of this one, there's like a Golden Age Submariner reprint and some Doctor Strange by Steve Ditko. So that's always a treat. But one thing is, I guess it's kind of key about this book is you get to see the first appearance of Korvac. Sort of like a little mini origin. He's not in there a lot, but for those of you that follow the Avengers and the Korvac saga and all that, this is actually the first appearance of Korvac. And this is like a higher grade copy of that. I think they all came in the same lot, but really nice book. It's a really cool cover. Okay, Giant Size Defenders number 4. That's another one I didn't have. And this has got a great Gil Kane cover. I think it's got Don Heck art on the inside, which is, in my opinion, another really undervalued and unappreciated artist from Silver and the Bronze Age. But I'm a big fan of the Squadron Sinister / Squadron Supreme. So this makes it a double treat for me too. It's just a great Gil Kane cover. Pretty high grade. And next we have Giant Size Captain Marvel number 1. I'm not sure about the cover on this one. I think it was, it almost looks like Ramita. I'm not sure. But I do know the art on the inside is Gil Kane, and I have to show you this. This is the only one I'm going to pull out, but the art of this is just outstanding. Of course, you can see right here Gil Kane and Daddy Atkins on the inks. And there's just some beautiful, beautiful artwork in this story. And I think this might be full length. Yeah, this is a full length story, so or maybe 2 different stories. But anyway, it's all new stories. Gil Kane, Roy Thomas is the writer, another favorite writer of mine. But for the price, I mean, you can get this for a song. Really nice book. Okay, we have Giant Size Conan number 1. Not sure about the cover. It might be John Buscema. But, like I say, the binding on this one is pretty decent, except for a couple spots. Really cool cover. And Giant Size Conan number 2. Another great cover. And looks like more Ramita on the cover of this one. Giant Size Doc Savage number 1. Giant Size Avengers number 5. Most fantastic fight fest of all. And here we have Giant Size Marvel Triple Action number 1. And all these are reprints. You got some Avengers. I lost my camera here. Got some Avengers, Doctor Strange, I'm sure by Steve Ditko. Probably some Cohen Daredevil there. So it's worth the price just for that. And Giant Size Marvel Triple Action number 2, more of the same. Doctor Strange joins forces with Thor to combat the challenge of Loki. More Avengers, more Daredevil. It's kind of a low grade reading copy, but I'm just trying to complete the run. So, and we have Giant Size Fantastic Four number 2. This is kind of ratty shape, but I got most of these in a lot, so found a pretty good deal. Looks like that might be another Gil Kane cover. And we have Giant Size Fantastic Four number 3. The FF Battle for the Life of a World. That's a Rich Buckler cover. Him and Joe Sennett. And I'm sure most of you have seen this one. Like I say, this was part of a lot. I already had this, but this is a pretty decent reading copy. Probably a good plus or a VG minus. Giant Size Superheroes featuring Spider-Man number 1. Got Man-Wolf and Morbius, 2 more of my favorite Marvel characters. And Giant Size Captain America. There's another Gil Kane cover. For a lot of you that can't recognize Kane's cover, one of the sure earmarks of a Kane cover is like you always have the guy at the bottom with the upturned nose. I don't know what that is, but that's like a signature of Gil Kane. It's like the upturned nose thing. But I think all these are reprints. It's all Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Okay, we have Giant Size Dracula number 2. It's an awesome cover there, and that is by Mr. Pablo Marcos. Like I say, these range, as far as grade, these range anywhere from like a good plus to like very fine. I was just trying to fill some gaps and an upgrade on a few of these. So, really worth the price. Number 2. Number 3. And that's an awesome cover. I don't know if that's Buscema. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look. But more awesome reading there. Great cover. 2 copies of that one. I think this one's a little higher grade. And number 4. Another great cover. Sorry about the glare. And the last one is Giant Size Dracula number 5. Another beautiful cover. And for you John Byrne fans, there's a story in the back. And this contains John Byrne's very first Marvel artwork. I think in one of the backup stories. I think Rudy Nebres was inking him on that. So it really didn't look like what most of us would think is Byrne. But again, this is some of his early stuff, and this is actually the first work for Marvel. So this book's worth having just for that. All right, guys, that's all I got for now. I'm gonna get off here and do another one real quick. But as always, welcome all comments, questions, and as always, onward and upward.